trigger envy. Keep your success quiet. Welcome back, everyone. LanceScurv here, the Scurv podcast. If you've lived life long enough, you've experienced this. When you succeeded in something, you've achieved something, and you see the look on the faces of those who you thought would feel good for you because they know your struggle. They know what you've sacrificed. And the look on their face doesn't last too long. It's fleeting, it's quick, but you caught it and you knew exactly what it meant. You knew exactly what it indicated. And you tried not to see it. It hurt, but you tried to talk yourself out of believing what you saw. See, that's something that's a truth in this world. Not with everybody, because there are people out here that really feel for you and pull for you. But there's a strange moment that happens after a big win. You finally get what you worked for. The promotion comes through. The deal closes. The goal you chased for years is suddenly real. Instead of feeling excited to share it, your first instinct is to pause. You think twice. You hesitate. And sometimes you decide not to tell anyone at all. That hesitation does not come from insecurity. It does not come from fear or shame. It comes from experience. You have learned, often the hard way, that sharing good news can change how people treat you. You have felt the shift before. The forced congratulations. The smile that does not quite match the words. The conversation that ends faster than expected. At first, you question yourself. You wonder if you're being sensitive or reading too much into it. But then the pattern repeats. People become distant. Messages slow down. Energy changes. Small comments appear that quietly minimize what you achieved. And you realize this is not random. This is human behavior. Over time, you begin to understand that success does not always bring people closer. Sometimes it creates distance. Sometimes it makes others uncomfortable. And sometimes staying quiet feels like the smartest way to protect both your peace and your relationships. That realization is not weakness. It's awareness. Why good news often creates distance. Most people believe success should be celebrated. We're taught that good news brings people together. But real life often tells a different story. When you share an achievement, the other person does not only hear your news, they compare it to their own life. That comparison happens instantly and unconsciously. Your success becomes a measuring stick. It highlights where they feel behind. It reminds them of goals they have not reached or chances they missed. Even if they care about you, that internal reaction still happens. Because of that, their response may feel off. They may congratulate you quickly and change the subject. They may bring up their own accomplishments right away. They may downplay what you've achieved by calling it luck or timing. Or they may go quiet altogether. What hurts most is that you did not ask for comparison. You did not brag. You simply shared something meaningful. Yet the reaction feels cold. That is when you realize that success can unintentionally make others feel small. This is why many intelligent people learn to say less. Not because they lack pride, but because they understand how fragile human egos can be. The role comparison plays in envy. Human beings are wired to compare. We constantly assess where we stand. Are we ahead or behind? Are we winning or losing? This process happens automatically, even when we wish it did not. When someone close to us succeeds, the comparison feels personal. It's not abstract. It's not distant. It feels like a direct reflection of our own progress. If someone similar to us moves forward, it can feel like we stayed still. That is why envy often comes from people closest to you. Friends, siblings, co-workers, and peers are more likely to feel threatened than strangers. The closer the similarity, the sharper the comparison. Someone outside your world can succeed without triggering discomfort. But someone in your lane doing better than you can stir feelings that are hard to admit. Instead of facing those feelings, many people create distance. This does not mean they're bad people. It means they are human. Why struggle attracts support but success does not? Have you noticed how people show up when you're struggling? They listen. They offer advice. They express concern. Struggle makes people feel useful and comfortable. Success does the opposite. It removes their role. It challenges their sense of position. It makes them question their own progress. As a result, support often fades once you rise above a shared level. This is why people sometimes receive more warmth during hard times than during their best moments. Struggle is relatable. Success feels threatening. Understanding this changes how you move. It helps you stop expecting the same energy during wins that you received during losses. The myth of humble sharing. Many people try to soften their success to avoid negative reactions. They downplay it. They add disclaimers. They pretend they are overwhelmed or undeserving. This is often called being humble, but it's usually strategic. The problem is that it rarely works. People still recognize success when they see it. Minimizing it does not remove the comparison. In some cases, it adds irritation because the success feels hidden behind false modesty. Trying to package success in a way that makes others comfortable often backfires. The achievement still exists, and so does the reaction to it. Eventually, many people realize the simplest approach is silence. Who can handle your good news? This does not mean you should tell no one anything. It means being selective. There are people who can genuinely celebrate you without feeling threatened. Some people are far enough along in life that your progress does not affect their sense of worth. Others live in completely different lanes when comparison does not apply. A very small number have done enough inner work to feel joy for others without ego getting involved. These people are rare. When you find them, value them. They are safe places for your truth. For everyone else, silence is not deception. It is protection. The freedom of internal validation. One of the greatest shifts you can make is learning to validate yourself. When you stop needing applause, success becomes quieter but deeper. You know what you accomplished. You know what it cost you. That knowledge is enough. Instead of scanning faces for approval, you feel satisfaction internally. You stop tying your joy to other people's reactions. You stop feeling disappointed when enthusiasm is missing. This kind of confidence is calm. It does not announce itself. It does not seek permission. It simply exists. Why quiet success lasts longer? Real success does not need constant confirmation. Over time, results speak for themselves. The people who matter will notice. The rest do not need to know. Keeping parts of your life private allows them to grow without interference. It reduces resentment. It protects relationships. And it keeps your energy focused on what actually matters. Silence is not hiding. It's choosing peace over performance. The wisdom of saying less. As you move through life, you begin to recognize patterns. You see what brings you closer to others and what creates distance. You learn that not everything needs to be shared to be real. Wisdom is not expecting people to respond better than they are capable of. It's understanding human nature and moving accordingly. You are not wrong for noticing that silence often feels safer. You are perceptive, and that awareness can save you from unnecessary disappointment. There's nothing wrong with being proud of yourself. Achievement deserves respect, especially from you. But pride does not require an audience. Some victories are meant to be held quietly. When you stop expecting others to celebrate your wins, you stop feeling wounded when they cannot or will not. You see people more clearly. You stop taking their reactions personally. Strategic silence is not bitterness. It is emotional intelligence. It's knowing when sharing adds value and when it only creates tension. The more you understand this, the lighter life feels. You move without explanation. You succeed without announcement. You protect what matters. And in that quiet confidence, you find something far more powerful than applause. You find peace. I've learned this many years ago. Many years ago. And I move accordingly. I've learned the art of verbal, cheap filler without revealing what's really at the core. This is not lying. This is just simply sharing words that many will grab onto to get an indication of where you stand as far as the success in your life. Because they can tell. They can tell when you have that glow. And mind you, I'm going to say it like this. Success doesn't mean just money. We always equate success with money or achievements with money. It can mean that to a point. But what good is having money, but you don't have peace of mind on the inside? You're not balanced spiritually. I mean, you can have a beautiful sports car, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, but it doesn't do you any good if you have no tires on that car. It won't go anywhere. Forget about top speed. Without tires, it's not moving an inch. So many people out here, they play the game of seeking reaction from you when they really haven't achieved anything at all. That's sick. To manufacture some type of achievement to see if they can get you jealous. This is why social media has been a cesspool of dysfunction that after all of these years, 25 years and another 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks, I would have been online. Creating every day. And I see the turn for the worst. I can see through the faces. I can see the attitudes. I can feel the envy. And I say to myself, envy for what? It doesn't make any sense. So this is why, for me, to pull away from the excessive swirl of entities that only clog up my mental and spiritual filters, I just choose not to deal. Because, like I always say, and this has nothing to do with intimacies, but if the number 100 went to bed with the number 50, the number 100 would wake up as the number 75. It lost 25% of its power. Why? Because it averaged out with what it laid down with. But that number 50, it also woke up as 75 because it gained from the union while the number 100 lost. So if you see it this way, to be careful on who you have around you. And if they are uptight about your successes and your achievements, which usually come after striving hard, working hard, being focused, being disciplined, how dare they get upset when you finally reach your goals and beyond, when they could have done the same thing in their life with what they chose to be a goal? I don't understand it. And maybe I do to a point, because we live at a time where people want everything so fast. We have the microwave oven. We have the fax machine. We have text messaging. We have FaceTime. For most people now, email is too slow. We have social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook Shorts, short form videos, which has been discovered to destroy a part of the brain. And if you notice, we don't see youngsters as much anymore reading books. A book has no screen. A book can't make any sound. A book is not a video. When you read a book, you have to use your own imagination. But when you watch a video, you don't have to do anything. This is why so many of us are detached and in a world that doesn't exist. It's not imagination. We're zoned out on what we consume on social media. In our minds, we're accomplishing great things, but it never materializes because we can't pull ourselves away from that phone enough to make it happen. So when we see someone who can discipline themselves, to focus themselves, to get certain things accomplished in their life, it makes people evaluate their lives. And pretty much they want to pull you into their reality of the endless death scrolling while the clock ticks on by. And when you do achieve something, and they think about what they've done with their days, aside from probably going to a job and paying their bills, what they're supposed to do anyway, it's not a great accomplishment. That's mandatory. But what are you going to do on top of that, over and above? And the funny thing about it is, it shouldn't come as shock or come to them as a shock when they see you achieve. Because all the while, if they're in your inner circle or a close circle, they saw you pushing, striving, denying yourself, sacrificing. And that's the only formula that there is to manifest your new level of existence. I could tell you so much. When I first came to Africa in 2019, so many people were excited because it was a visit. But when I made the move to permanently move out here, there was silence. I didn't put it out there that we were coming, but there were a few who got the leaked information and their attitudes changed. There were some who felt that it was coming because when we did it, they said, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. But the nasty messages that I got before it happened, when I didn't announce it, the messages that were left on videos, maybe some of you would remember that on some of the old channels. Oh, he can't go to Ghana to live. He doesn't even have enough money to buy a plane ticket, much less go out there and live. I recently had another person on YouTube dedicate a video to me with my words and my face. And he was very angry about my move for some reason. And he said, he's gonna find out. Watch, he won't last a year out there. He thinks he's all that. And the funny part about it is, about a year after I moved out here, you couldn't keep him from calling me almost every day. Why? Because he wanted to come too. He wanted to come too. And this individual, I had helped him tremendously. That's why I'm not going to say his name. I helped him with some things to boost his reach, even having him on the show several times. But this is how people are. They compare. You don't know what I went through in coming here. You don't know what we went through after we got here. The level of toxic betrayal and folks to reveal their envy that they held for so long while they received your help. This is why for me now, it's like a fighter who has fought every single style there is in boxing in his ascension to get the title shot. When moved properly, a good trainer and manager will make sure that when you get that title shot, you're ready for it. There'll be no surprises as to what comes at you. And so, symbolically, I received my shot, and it wasn't easy, but I won. And there are a lot of people that are not around anymore that are so upset after playing the comparison game that they probably will never speak to me again. So, knowing who many of them were, I had to clean house. I had to clean house. And it feels so good to be in a clean house. I'll say that much in my life, because nothing is around me that I have to carry on my shoulders. I don't have to bear the burden of smiling entities who have toxic hearts. And it's a real good place to be in. I tell you, I sleep so deep at night. It's like going to the movies. I dream so vividly. And I'm at peace. And I want to thank everyone who has fed into me and taught me lessons through their words, through their experiences, and even my own experiences and observations. Keep your eyes open. Make sure that you know who to share good news with and who not to. Make sure you know who is who around you. Lots of times, it may not be everybody, but there are some, and you might just be surprised. You don't have to watch them constantly. All you have to do is get in tune with yourself on the deepest level, and your spirit, your gift of discernment, which we all have, but we tear down. It will tell you who's in your midst. It will tell you, you can feel it. The voice will come to you from within even early in your day on how you're supposed to navigate. Because your aura, your energy goes far beyond your physical body. And so one thing I'd like to say before I conclude, like I said, we all have the gift of discernment. It's like an insect that knows you're trying to swat it before you actually hit it. It has feelers out there. It could sense you. It could feel the wind coming its way. We have that. But you know why some have it more than others? It's because many take themselves away from that gift. They don't live right to maintain that gift of discernment. You can't maintain that gift of discernment when you're a meddling, nosy, gossipy entity who can only spread falsehoods and who is not focused on their own business. This diminishes that. And you wonder why certain things are obvious in your life, but you can't pick up on it. Because your bad mind and your bad spirit chops down your gift of discernment. When you live a peaceful life, when you work hard for what you get and you don't look for anything from anyone, you want it fair and square. You put in that work. You spend time with yourself to heal yourself, to clean house within yourself. I tell you, those are the tune-ups that has your gift of discernment running like it's brand new. Have you ever driven a car that needed a tune-up really bad and you took it to the mechanic and had your vehicle receive a total and thorough tune-up? Now, I'm not a mechanic to know, but generally as a consumer, we know that they change the oil, they change the spark plugs, they do some things to the engine, all the fluids are changed, the tires are rotated, they flush the radiator, whatever it is that they do. I know I'm missing maybe 10 or 15 more things. But once that vehicle is tuned up and they take it off of the lift, you make your payment, stick your keys in the ignition and back out of the mechanic shop. You feel like you're floating on air. The sluggish response that you used to have when you turn the corner, the car feels like it's on its toes, even though it doesn't have it. So when you keep yourself tuned up, when you leave your sanctuary, which is what I call my home, this is the Scurv sanctuary. This is where I recharge. This is where I tune up. This is where I can let my hair down, even though I keep my head bald. Don't laugh too hard, that was a joke. But in my sanctuary, I completely recharge. This place that we've built around us lets us know what is needed because we're completely in touch with ourselves. If we need more rest, we'll lay down a little longer if it's physical rest that we need. If it's rest on a different level, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, we can get that here too. Oftentimes, I wake up with so much enthusiasm and a voice, not one that you hear, but a knowing feeling hits you from the inside and says, no, you're gonna rest today. We can do what you want to do within the next 2 or 3 days. And my experience tells me that I have to heed that voice. And I always do. Because when I didn't, it was always a mishap. I'm glad that it hasn't ever been major mishaps, but it's been minor mishaps. And I immediately told myself, you see that? If I had only listened to what people call their first mind. But that's your gift of discernment. That's your connectedness to the Creator, who will never lead you wrong. But so many of us are indulging in mentalities and harboring feelings that are not good. that blind us from that voice. And the further away you go from it, the more the counterfeit, imaginary, toxic mind consumes you. It can be a beautiful day, and here you are thinking so negative. You can't see straight when you have a toxic mindset. And to go back to the original topic, your wins will trigger envy. The bottom line is these people are not tuned up properly. They need their oil changed. They need their spark plugs changed. They need their tires rotated. They need to change their oil. And immediately when you're on point, you can see these things. It's not judging. It's a higher spiritual, psychic level of awareness. Like I can say tonight, something came to me. I already had a feeling, but something came to me about a couple of individuals. And I found out what their intentions were. I know what their intentions were. I'm not going to go into detail. But you know, when you get these premonitions, you can't move forward with entities who have a secret agenda and hidden motivation, as I like to say. It protects you. It keeps you steering clear of the mishaps and disasters that you wouldn't have seen if you didn't take the time to keep yourself tuned up. We are energy. Don't be like that number 100 that went to bed with 50 and woke up at 75. Protect your energy at all times. In the world that we live in, this is very important, more than it ever has been before. What's on social media usually is there to trigger a response of fear, frustration, anger in the masses, if not other feelings or lower desires. You have good stuff put there, but the good stuff is not always pushed. It's the other things that are pushed through on your timeline and algorithms. And once they begin to know what you're into, if you're into the stuff that degrades you, oh, you'll get more of it. They will throw it on you. If you like to see people fighting, we're not talking sport, but confrontation, because you're not happy within your life, they're going to give that to you. So you can feel in your mind better because other people are going through it. Our minds are being hijacked, and we have no clue how far gone we are. And this is why, and I said it before, I don't have access to my Facebook page, and I cut them. Every reference to Facebook that's on my platform, I'm cutting off. The platform and pages are still there, but it's a little game that me and these people behind the social media platforms are playing. And I see that it is of no use to me. I just use it to distribute stuff. But I'm at a point now that I've been out here for so long, a quarter of a century, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that if you like what it is that we do, you'll find me. You'll come to me. I'll try to stay on YouTube until they come at me again. But I'm on LanceScurvX.com. That's where you can always find me. And that's when I can talk a little freer and offer more things than just videos, because anybody can be a talking head. I'll leave it at that. But this is why I'm at peace now, because I have elevated even more so, and I'm really looking to try out this elevation and see how fast it can zoom. You know, being human, it's like when you purchase a new vehicle and you can't wait to really take it for a drive on the road. You might have brought it home and it was raining and nighttime and you were tired. You said, boy, I'm going to get up in the morning time and we're going to take a drive out of state. That's the way I feel about myself after all of these years and challenges that did not wear me down, had me fatigued sometime. But I always found a way to recharge. And this is how you have to think about life, that even if you're feeling down, you're not going to stay down. Even if people prophesize your downfall, I have been written off more times. Written off. Left for dead. Not physically, but he's not gonna shine anymore. Because these people will despise your light. And you're not trying to outshine anybody. You could be sitting down in the corner of a room with almost strangers and they can come in. They can see your light. And like I said, this is not a contradiction, that when you have a low-minded individual, their gift of discernment is reduced. But when you have light, those reduced discernment people will see it. And 9 times out of 10, because they're not operating on that level, they'll eventually find some kind of way to attack you. Not physically, and sometimes they might, but to smear you. They will say, there's just something about him I don't like. And then they'll try to turn it around on you. I know he doesn't like me. He doesn't like people like us. Well, if you're the neighborhood CNN or Fox News, and all you could do is gossip and run with people's business, and that person sees that what you are and doesn't want to be bothered with you, if you feel dirty, maybe you need to clean yourself up. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. But I know I want to be better within myself with each passing day, and that's where the divide comes. So as you achieve, never apologize for achieving. Because you're not trying to achieve to make somebody else feel bad. If they happen to feel bad, that's on them. Because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just that some of us, when we're extremely focused, it appears as though we have 48 hours in a day, twice as much time, because we can get twice as much done. So don't ever feel as though you have to apologize for your achievements. Do you apologize for the paycheck you get after working all of those hours and you're getting the right pay on the paycheck? And some person who doesn't want to work calls you rich and you're rolling in money? But they didn't complain when you were rolling in work at work. They didn't complain when you were rolling out of the bed 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. Wish you could have stayed for a couple of more hours to sleep, but you pushed on anyway. You earned it. They can earn it. If they don't push to do what they need to do, phooey on them. This is not the time to apologize for you having the characteristics to take you where you had to go to live a happy life. I ain't doing it. So feel bad if you want. I won't know. Oh, I'll feel it. But I erase that. I see it coming. I'm going the other way. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to make eye contact with it. These entities know that when you walk a certain way and you have that light, it repels them away from you. Either they'll run or they'll try to attack you. But when they know that you're so strong in who you are, they know they can't even compete. Don't even try it. I just want the good people that I see in this world, whether they know me or not, to walk strong. It's their right. Any mighty animal in the jungle walks strong. They don't cower down and apologize. And like I said, every animal in the jungle has the right to walk strong because they're equipped to defend themselves. The skunk doesn't have claws to scratch like other animals, but they emit a smell that is so strong you can't help but run. You have other animals that can run so fast and get away. That's their defense. You have some who have teeth that can bite through you. So many pounds of pressure in their jaw that it's a death grip. Find your ability and your way to ascend. The way that someone else ascends in this world is going to be different. Maybe similar in certain cases, but it's going to be different. Why are you envying somebody for their gifts and wishing their downfall when you have your own gifts? It always comes around to that. You can't say when you're inside a room in your home that outside is dusty, outside is gloomy, outside is dirty, and the world is a bad place. No. Wash the glass. Wash your window. It's you who makes it seem that way. By the dirt that's on your window, clean it off so you can see the world properly. I claim a lot this week. I have some really good things going on. Great progress coming. And I claim it. And just like I said last week, that I was going to meet some really motivated people. That day, I went out, I wasn't looking, but I knew my positive energy would draw that to me, and it did. So this week, it's going to be even more positive connections, positive thoughts, positive achievements, and nothing negative is going to stop it. It's nothing I have to push. All I have to do is remain centered and simply flow and do what it is that I'm guided to do every single day. Put in the work, enjoy the process, and the rest will take care of itself. I'm looking forward to the rest of my time on this earth. No matter how long it is, but every single day, I'm going to do something positive, put something down good, no matter what level it's on. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful way to live life. No toxicity, just good, pure intentions and keeping your spirit tuned up and cleaned. Try it sometime for those who walk with this bad thing inside of them. I couldn't tell you. You got to do it yourself. I know I'm babbling right now, to be honest. I can't compare it to a high like people who get high on substances. It's a spiritual high. Right now, I'm spiritually high as a kite. And that comes from the accumulation of time meditating, being still, talking to the Creator in nature, and allowing those thoughts to flow on such a good level. I'm going to wrap it down. I know I took a turn off the main subject, which I was done for a while, but I always do this anyway, because it's just good to keep the good vibes going. You don't know when you put a good word out who it's helping. You just don't know. So keep the good spirits going for those of us who have those good spirits. Move in peace, move in silence, and complete your designated assignment each day, no matter what it is. Everything doesn't have to be up in lights. Everything doesn't have to be uploaded. Everything doesn't always have to be presented. As long as your Creator knows, that's good enough. So know that I love you all. I thank you for being here and walking with me on this journey of learning and ascending. We'll still have fun on this platform. We will. I still have a lot of jokes to tell and a lot of stories to make you laugh. We're going to laugh when it's time to laugh, because when we're in the war and in the trenches while the bullets fly over our head, we can be enjoying a good meal while laughing, and the enemy can't touch us. So that's what preserves me. And we're going to have some good times together. I promise. Thank you very much. LanceScurv out. Like I always say, on to the next one. Leave your comments. I read them all. I appreciate you so much, because I can't do this by myself. Peace.